Hey guys, welcome back, and today I wanted to do a quick video on some of the stocks that I'm looking at going into next week. Number one, we have HIMS. Now, some of the things that I've mentioned on the previous video where we were looking for a pullback to the breakout area right here at 2026, and we got in right there. My ideal entry for HIMS would have been right here at the weekly 21, and I did mention that if HIMS had a high momentum, we could see it move all the way to probably $33 where we have this 100, or even about $39-40 where we have the 50. Now, some of the things that deterred me from entering HIMS was that, number one, we have earnings coming right around the corner. That's 11th of May. So in about a week or something, we have earnings coming around the corner. So again, earnings are just, it's undeterminable, or you cannot really determine what's gonna happen. So that's the main reason why I avoided getting into HIMS right now. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that this weekly 21 would have been a great area to enter HIMS, and associating green volume happening here at the weekly 21. So as far as HIMS, I'm not really ready to enter HIMS until after earnings, and we can reanalyze and see if it's still a great stock to go into, or it's time to just leave it alone and see what happens next. Number two, let's look at Microsoft. So Microsoft, I really like Microsoft, and we saw what happened during the earnings last week. We saw it dip to about $398, and buyers stepped in, pushed prices to about $414. Now, remember guys, I've done several videos on Microsoft, and we spoke about this 410 area, and we also spoke about this 390 area. We have a key resistance here at 428. You can see what kept happening on these candles. All these three candles, you can see what's happening right there. So keep this in mind. You have a key resistance right here. Number two, this level of 410, we want to see buyers step in at this level of 410. Now, third thing is that we want to see green volume coming in, meaning that buyers are stepping in at this level, because if we do not hold this level right here, we may potentially, and I'm saying may potentially, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but we may potentially push down all the way to 390. But if buyers step in, we can see prices push further up and try see what happens here at 428. So right now, at least the good thing is that earnings are over, and we don't have to really stress about what's going to happen during earnings. And a key area of interest for me is right here, the weekly 21, that is at $421. So coming into this week, I want to see what buyers are going to do. Are they going to pull a higher low? Yes or no? And then we can reanalyze if it's still a good entry, or pass on Microsoft for now. So this is a stock I'm really keen on watching going into next week. What happens? Let's look at Meta. Now, we all know Meta had the earnings last week. We saw how they performed. Not so great. They did gap down. You can see this huge sell-off candle right here from the gap down. The next candle, the next volume bar, still red, meaning buyers are still not stepping in. So two areas I'm looking at here on Microsoft, and I'm on the daily time frame. I'm looking at this level right here, and that level is based on, look at these three candles right here, look at this candle, look at this candle, and then make a determination. This may potentially be a key area of interest right here at 592. Now, remember, we had a gap from before. This is on the 7th of April 26 to the 8th. We have a gap right here. So my take on Meta, if we drop, I want us to hold right here. really hold that level, see green volume coming in, and we can be certain, well, we've gotten at least a good entry point to get into this. Now, let's look at the weekly. We are so very far from the weekly right now because the weekly 21 is at 639 and we are way below that. So if things turn out great, maybe Meta can push all the way to right here, see if the buyers step in. But just food for thought, guys, is that we have this gap down here and we have this level here of 592. If it turns out that it comes back down here to 592, I want to see if buyers are going to step in there, yes or no, and then make a better determination on my next steps. Now, let's look at Tesla. Tesla, it looks a little bit better now that earnings is over, so we don't have to stress over that. A good entry point would be here at the weekly 21, that's 395, and you have to pair that with continuous green volume bars. Now, when you look at the monthly on Tesla, it looks a little bit cleaner on the monthly, which I like that. So if you do that, you can see what I'm talking about. Let's go back to the monthly. So that's why I'm really making my determination that we need buyers. We need to see a continuation of buyers stepping in at this 385, 390 level, and we can potentially see Tesla going back up. So let's look at Palantir. I do like the setup on Palantir. However, we need Palantir to reclaim this weekly 21 because you can see right here, it's really been pushed down under the weekly 21. Now, the only reason why I would be staying away from Palantir is that we do have earnings coming in on 4th of May. So, earnings, you just never know what may happen. It may gap down, it may gap up. You saw the case of Microsoft and Meta and all that stuff. So this is a good setup for me. At the weekly 21 would be a good setup for me. However, because of earnings, I'm a bit hesitant into getting into this right now until I see what happens to it after its earnings. Now, looking at Oracle, I do like Oracle, what I'm seeing so far. The only thing is that I want to see buyers step in right here at this level of 171. And secondly, I would like to pair that with green volume to give me an assurance that we have buyers stepping in at this level. And this level is key because it's a key decision point in Oracle. Looking back, you can see how this level right here, they're key decision points. We can see how it broke out right here on this candle. So you can see how it broke out right here on this candle. So fast forward, we are back at the same place. So that's the reason why I'm saying that this level on Oracle is a decision point. If you're doing calls, we want to see green volume bars increasing at this level, and we can potentially see prices go further up. You have the 100 at about 182.70 and you have the 50 at 208. So coming into next week, I want to see if buyers are going to step in at this level, and I'll be able to make a better determination if this stock is a go or a no go. So that's all I had to cover for this for today, going into next week, what I'm looking at. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.